Hey guys, how's it going? It's Flux here, and welcome back to City Skylines. We're again in Fluxburgh on the beautiful Hickory Ridge. After some minor updates, you may have seen some rebuilding, some placing of different things like farmlands, all that stuff. I actually forgot to save the save game for last episode, so I went back, I redid some of this stuff. I redid our beautiful little marketplace over here with the, this little, I guess it's like a flower shop or something, I don't really know. And then I also added in these farmland kind of things over here. It just kind of like ties in this whole kind of countryside feel. I didn't want Hickory Ridge's main town to feel like it was too large. Like it kind of was supposed to be more of a small little area anyway. So as you can see, we kind of cut back on the level of commercial, and we also made it a little bit more of a small town with a nice little church down here. I like these little flowers. They kind of turned out well along the church down here. Little skate park. We got the police station, the fire station, the medical center, of course, and then I also added in a little tunnel down here. You can see it actually goes all the way down under the ridge, and then there's a little loop back here, and it connects to this backside of Yankville County, which was actually causing some traffic along these areas. They're trying to like go all the way down and then like cut in here down the dirt roads. So now all this traffic is purely for people just going in these little homes up here. You know, I also took down some of these originally commercial areas and made them more residential. So it's not so much of like a big shopping area now. It's more of like a residential kind of area like it should be, as it's more like a, I don't know, countryside area in the first place. So that's what we have now. And I'm actually just about done with this area now. I think I'm going to take a break from Hickory Ridge for now and Yankville County and start moving towards this side of the river now, because we haven't even touched this side yet besides this little interchange over here. So as you may know, we have some problems right now, mainly with a lack of raw resources for all these areas. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually have kind of a new little area, a little part of town back this way. Again, still kind of feeling the whole countryside kind of feel, not too much high density things going on down this way. In fact, we may have some areas that are not even really like populated, you know, just some like little patches of grass here and there. We don't need to have too much density in these areas. And then I think we're going to have a nice little highway connection down this way that goes to this forestry area. I think that's forestry anyway. Hang on a second. I actually didn't even check that. It might be oil. Oh, you know what? It's ore. Okay, good. So we'll have a little ore section down this way. Little ore mining facility. That will be good for raw resources. We have a nice little train connection this way, so we can have this kind of go across, maybe cross the river down this way, or probably connect here actually is the best spot to connect that one. And that'll give us some access to raw resources, which will be fantastic. And then we'll probably, again, kind of follow the whole small town area. I want to actually add a university over here. I have like a little university town. So we'll have our awesome university down this way, kind of out of the way of everything else. And then the mining facility down over here. And then we'll move into the actual full-sized city over on this side. That'll come later on. We'll probably do that later on, like maybe, I don't know, after we finish all this stuff at the very least. So anyway, that's the plan. I just wanted to mention it though, because I'm kind of anticipating lots of unfinished stuff happening the next few episodes. So, you know, laying out some highways that aren't actually connected to anything yet, or figuring things out, and then later connecting them. But I think for now, for this episode, we're going to work on the university and start on that, because as you can see with this traffic problem now fixed, no major backups in this whole area or on this side, which is awesome. We can finally start focusing on putting some more stress on this interchange, which works really well, by the way. No major backups quite yet on the interchange. So we will use this side over here for the kind of university town. I think it's going to be basically spread across this whole area if we can. And then maybe some housing on this little ridge. I want to have a little tunnel that kind of goes through the ridge, which will connect to the highway on this side. But yeah, that's the plan for now. So why don't we just do that real quick? I want to put down the highway just so we're kind of already planning ahead here. Now what I don't want to do is I don't want to block off any use of this nice mining facility. I don't want to be blocking area that could be industry. So I think we're going to have the entrance for the highway over here. Yes. So let's draw out the outgoing. yeah, this seems like a good place to put it, kind of on this little edge down this way. Yeah, let's do that real quick. So I'm going to start by making a little bit of a tunnel. So we'll draw it down this way. Let's see. We want to angle it so that we're not going back into this ridge as well, preferably. Yeah, you know what? I don't really know. I almost feel like putting it over here is not a good idea, actually. Maybe we should put it over here. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll have the exit be on this side and the entrance be on this side. So it kind of splits this little ridge here. More for aesthetics than anything. So we'll page that one down. And we'll create the tunnel here. How does that look from the outside? Oh, that's pretty good. All right. And then we can have this kind of go through here. This is the outgoing. So we'll just have it do something like this. Is that the right angle? That's about right. Oops. Let's turn off our snap grid real quick. So we'll head to about there. Turn this back on again and then come back out again. Probably just like that. That's nice. And then this side can do something similar. Probably gonna try to follow the general line. So we'll stay straight as we go down, like this. And we'll do a little curve in this direction. Like so. That's a bit too far, actually. Let's try this. Much better. Actually, I don't even know if this is the edge of the... Oh, it's not. It needs to go way this way. Okay. So we want to go, like, way out this direction. There we go. Use our snap tool and come back out again right over here. Ooh, that's going to be kind of weird. Hang on a minute. Let's draw this straight a tiny bit longer, just so we can get it away from this little ridge. So something like this, and then we'll do a page up. And we'll connect it... I don't know. This is kind of a nice spot, actually. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And we'll fix the direction of this as well. Oops. We can right-click it, can't we? Yeah. So now it's going... Yeah, I'm going to go that. Wait. Oh, this is right. This is right. Isn't it? Everything's going this way. No disconnections, correct? Yeah, it looks good to me. If we did this, for example, yeah, it would break it. Okay, so we're going the right way. That's good. Right hand goes in. Right hand goes out. Okay. So that's good for that. Now, that's kind of all I wanted to do for now. I just wanted to get a good idea of where we're going to have the entrance to the mining facility. So we'll keep that how it is. And I do have lots of new assets for this university. You can see here we've got all these little campus kind of things. And we'll probably add some more things as well besides these, like some stadiums and things like that. But these should work pretty well, especially this one. This is like a dorm, a campus dorm, which will look kind of nice along some of the streets here. So we'll try and kind of make it feel like a campus town. So you'd probably have like a main avenue coming in here. We'll just use this one that's already here. And let's see. Why are we getting a traffic? Hang on a minute. Go away. Oh. What? Does it always do that? Did I just like never notice this? No, it doesn't. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so to start, let's try to swing this avenue a bit farther out kind of this way so we can have some more like campusy stuff. Well, actually, I kind of want the campusy stuff to be up along this ridge anyway. So yeah, let's just maintain this curve. So we'll just have it kind of slowly start going this way. And then I'm going to draw this with the freehand tool, mostly because it's not actually going to be super densely packed or anything. So we'll have it kind of follow, let's see, we'll go 2 up and 2 down. That seems kind of not straight actually. There, that's better. We'll do something like that. And then we'll curve back again. Be more this way. And we're probably going to have to dead end this pretty soon. Maybe about here. We may go up into the ridge, actually. You know what? Let's do that. Let's have this go up into this ridge. We'll worry about that in a minute, though. We'll start with the campus, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Maybe have some neighborhoods up this way or something like that. But let's see. So I think we want to have the actual campus probably connected to the main road somewhere. We've got this building here. So I'll probably use the main road at some point for this, because this is the thing that actually gets a bunch of traffic. Everything else is kind of, I think it doesn't even teach anything, does it? Let's see. Oh, it does have student capacity. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So these are going to add so much capacity. Like, the undergraduate library has as much as the university. So we're going to have some serious education coming out of this. This is going to be like a huge, huge campus. That's cool. And we probably need it considering the education right now. And yes, I am aware that we can get plenty of jobs by upgrading these in the first place. Because when you upgrade these, industrial zones, they actually become basically just like higher education factories. So no worries there. We may end up removing one of these, like maybe this one or something. I don't know. One of these universities may have to go if we get too big of a campus, but we'll see about that. So anyway, I think we should start with university here. All right. Now, under most circumstances, I will be kind of conscious of our, I don't know, tree and foliage use, so we don't hit that limit again. But I think for this one in particular, we may just like not worry too much about it, so we can get really the nice looking campus. I'm really, really hoping that we're going to get some sort of mod that will remove that problem soon, that limit. I guess we'll just see what happens, though. So far, there's no mods quite yet that do that. There was one. It's gone now, but yeah, that would be nice. So anyway, for this main university, let's see. I'm thinking we use some nice roads here. Actually, maybe some walkways. I think we might make this primarily walkways in most places. So I might do a little walkway. Oops. Didn't mean to do that, though. Let's do one here. Kind of space it out from the actual campus. Put some trees there or something. Might be too far away. Let's try that. I think that's better. That's good. There we go. And then I'm thinking we should have some nice campus parking for sure. Especially if this is like the main building or the... I kind of take this as like the reception building. So like a big hall where we'd have like admissions office, all that stuff. So probably going to have... Let's see, do we have anything else like kind of along those lines here? It's home of the university's Illinois Mathematics Department. Okay. Institute for Physics. There's an auditorium. This is kind of traditional to have it, you know, probably in like a central location. Maybe like across the street would be nice. I don't know. It's kind of offset from the university though. Maybe not there. Library would actually also be offset. Wow, they're all made to be not the same. Okay. Anyway. So if this is like the central point of the university, let's go ahead and make sure there's adequate parking. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw, I think, a road here would be nice, right? Right alongside that. We'll do one there. Can't really delete that. I don't like how it auto-connects like that, though. Let's draw the roads first, and we'll come back and draw those again, just so we can make these fit properly. So we'll do a street here. And I'm going to use this one so we have accurate measurements here when we come around the back. So we'll put parking along this one, or along these two, not along the main road. So again, something, oh, yeah, if we use this, it'd be kind of nice. Let me just draw this. It's not actually going to be here, but if we used this, it would be not a bad idea. That's a bit off, though. Let's just draw this out and then turn off the snap tool. Oh, wait, we need this, actually. I think that's more accurate. There we go. That's better. So now we have those two, and then we could delete this. We probably should, actually. It looks kind of weird to have it like that. So there's admissions. Alright, so parking. Where's our parking lots? Oh my god. I have so many of these like little weird like RSB, white mid high, whatever. These like weird little side things that don't really, I mean they fit, but they fit for like, I was going to use them for an amusement park later on, but they're just like really annoying to try to navigate through this with those things in there. I think they're like, the parking lots are further down this way. There's the agriculture, there's the swing parks. There's one. I like these small car parks better though. So I think we'll do a large one here and here. Do it on both sides if we can. It's kind of offset a little bit, but there and there. And then, should I draw a road here? Let's draw a non-tree road like this, just for parking purposes. And then we'll have maybe like a, let's see, we'll go a full length this way in both directions. Then we can do some 2x4 parking, which I think looks pretty nice as well. Oh, they're on the end there. That's easy to remember. Okay. So now we can do like 2 and 2, and do that like that. Actually, let's do 2 2x4s and then 2 4x4s like this. That's nice. And then may redraw this to be at the end of that. Oh, it kind of connects itself, doesn't it? That's kind of cool. Redraw it like that. Do the same thing on this side. So, was it a double space? Yeah, it was. So 2 space, 2 2x4s, and then 2 4x4s, 1 space apart. And then redraw the street. There we go. Awesome. So let's delete some of these trees that are just like laying around. I'm gonna actually use the whoops. I'm gonna use the tree clear tool, the tree brush mod. So we'll just expand this, and we can right click to remove. Just because I want to add my own trees, I don't want to have a bunch of like random ones lying around. So we'll start with that. Awesome. So for areas like this, I'm thinking we do, I like these like trees and flowers and stuff, so I'll probably use some of these. We'll definitely will actually. Oh, these are large bushes, those look kind of nice. Is this a custom? I think this is not a custom. I think these are actually with the game. I just never noticed them before. They look nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and add some bushes then. Oh yeah, we want to add these first though. Let's add the paths real quick. So we'll see if we can fit one in the middle here. I think we can. Yeah, it's gonna do that, but that's alright. Actually, let me draw that a bit further off. And we'll also go all the way down to the end here. You know, I don't know if I like that. We'll draw some snapping off this, actually. That's better. Oops, space already occupied. That's gonna look terrible. Maybe just straight across then, like so. We'll have lots of pathways and things later on. But for now, this is fine. I'll turn the snap off real quick while we draw some of these kind of connection pieces. Maybe from here actually is better. Alright, do it on this side as well. Oh, God. Do not want that. Let's see if we can get it away from that. There we go. Same thing over here. Now we'll add some custom trees and things. I kind of like these bushes. They look pretty nice. We'll add them here and here. We have different shades as well. It's kind of weird. Now, for the flowers, I think we're going to try and limit the flower use to areas that are really, like, need to be accented, just because they're definitely very small. So you need lots of them. I'm thinking along these frontal areas for sure. Go ahead and place these kind of in a row. Oh, come on. Space already occupied. Must have missed one on accident. What? What is occupying that space? That's weird. Can I delete this one and then replace it? Hang on. Alright, that'll have to do. It's kind of weird though. A little bit in the front there. A little bit in the front over here. I may go up and explore those like weird little things we had in our park menu in a minute here and just see what we have to use for that. Now we can add some nice yellow flowers on the corners. Kind of looks nice. Alright, so far so good. Before I continue, I actually want to look at these real quick. I want to see what we have. They're all at the beginning, I think. Yeah, we've got all these like little one-piece things that I think are kind of cool, actually. Let's just see what's what. That's a blank one. We don't need that. Why would I even download that? It's like a blank. There's like a little bench and trash can. I kind of like that one, actually. Let's see what else we have, though. White. Ooh, that's even better. I like the little bushes. And I think that these bushes inside the assets don't actually count towards the bush count. Or the tree count or whatever. White bench middle. Ooh, a fountain. Ooh, that's going to be useful. Not going to use the sandbox. There's a mid-empty. There's the mid-high. I don't know what that means. White. Okay. So let's keep the fountain one in mind for sure. Just delete these real quick. And also I liked the middle bench one. I think that was... Oh, that was... Here's fountain. Here's middle bench. Okay. Awesome. So... I'm thinking we do 2 benches and a fountain. We do that on both sides. So there's the fountain and... Oops, that's not right. Fountain. Bench. Bench. Very nice. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Then we can use some of these little nice bushes. Some pink accents here and there. I think having these here would be cool as well, kind of like along the back. I almost had it. Come on. There we go. Always kind of weird to place these down sometimes. Maybe like just right. That'll be fine. Do that over here. Ooh. This is the weird spot where we had some things going on. I have to add a few extras on the back just to make it look better. There we go. Do one more right there. Do one right here too. Can you fit that? That's kind of far back, but that's alright. No big deal. And then I kind of want to use some bushes. Maybe not those bushes. Some smaller ones. Is this the weird tree? This is the weird orange tree. Maybe this could look cool though. The orange tree. Maybe like along the back like this. I don't know. It's kind of cool because it's just like very weird. Very not the typical colors you would see in this game. I don't like how these are so small compared to the other ones. That's a really big one. Alright, that's fine. Maybe we'll have one on the corners as well. Like that. Oops, we put the flowers there, didn't we? I'll do that as well on this side then. Try and get some symmetry. At least for this part anyway. Okay, that's good. Now let's get the small bushes. Where'd those go? I think they're down this way a little bit. And we'll just put these kind of along this. There we go. Do that on this side as well. Whoops. Excuse my clicking as well. A little bit loud. Come on. No! I wanted that. Hang on. That's okay. It was kind of big anyway. Get the bushes back. Alright, it's looking nice. I'm liking it. I like these because they're kind of like thinner and they're not going to be so, I don't know, they're not going to take away from the flowers too much. So I want to use these in areas where there's flowers so we don't block those out. There's a bigger one. There should be like a, can you like right click to cycle them? Yeah, you should be able to like right click to cycle the tree types. That'd be nice. And you could pick out similar tree types and not worry too much about that. That'd be really cool actually. It'd be a nice mod to have. Okay. So far so good. And then maybe just some like tree or some bush brush through here. Maybe we could even use some thicker bushes like right next to the trees. That's kind of what I was thinking anyway. That's a really big bush. Let's get some smaller bushes in here. Whoops. Oh, the traffic manager. What? I had it out. Okay, there we go. We'll use that, and then we will use the smaller bushes to kind of fill this little area. Very nice. I like that. It looks nice. Looks good. Maybe some random flowers kind of thrown about in these areas. Kind of look nice. Do it on this side as well. I like the blue ones a lot. They look nice. I want some more like ground covery flowers though. It'd be nice if they had like patches of flowers. That would be much easier to place these like little individual ones. I would definitely use those quite a bit if that were the case. Anyway, that's good though. I like that. Very nice little reception center for our big university. Now, on to the fun stuff, the dorms and all of our buildings. So I think having kind of a little central area here would be kind of nice, like a little park area in the middle of the university. I'm thinking we do, so we go like one out and then one over. Ooh, that's going to be too much actually. Let's go. Let's draw them with these two. So we'll go 1/2 by 1/2, and then we'll connect this with a road to create a diagonal. Do the same thing over here with the, we can actually just draw it. We don't need to draw that. There we go. And then connect, well, actually, let's go back out again, 1/2 by 1/2, just because I kind of think we need a longer park than that. I don't want to get too close to this and have some problems later on, but I think this is fine for now. There we go. Then we'll connect this over here for our little park center. Now let's see about those buildings. This would look kind of nice right in the back. Let's do that. Nice little auditorium there. Very nice. And then, should we do the park now or should we wait? Put some buildings down first, then we'll figure it out in a minute. I kind of wanted the buildings that are like the education centers to be along this. Maybe not those. Those are huge. But something like that. What is this anyway? This is the hall. And then I think there was, what was it, like a library? That's a little bit too big actually. That would fit over here though. Yeah, hang on a minute. Let's do something different. Let's do the library up here. Can we get it up a little bit more? I want to be able to fit a dorm in over here. Yeah, that'll fit fine. Okay. So we'll do library up here. It's a pretty big library. Ooh, that's cool. It's like a sunk in library. You can see undergraduate or something. Yeah. Nice for a little place to study. And then we can throw in the hall. Try and make it a little further down this way so it feels like it's in line with this one. That's good. So we just have this big physics institution we might have to put down somewhere else later on. But I do want some campus dorms. I was thinking we have like maybe fit them in the middle of this zonable area. Yeah, actually we can probably push it down to the right down to the edge there. How do these look? Ooh, I like those a lot. Those are nice. Okay, good. Now, should we try and have a road that comes out? Ooh, I don't know if we can actually. Might be tricky to do. Yeah, the way we did this kind of made that difficult. You could always draw roads out this way too, but I don't really like it that much. Rather not do that if we can help it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's see. How can we fit dorms in? Because I want them to go kind of out this way a little bit. You know, I don't really know how we're going to do that. I might come back to this in the next episode. We're kind of towards the end of the first episode anyway. But we'll come back. We'll work more on this. I think we're going to start with the park or something. I may actually do a little time lapse. I'm not really sure about that. I know it's kind of tedious to do all this work. So we'll just see what we come up with. But you know, I might just do it live. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. I'm liking this little campus so far. We'll have plenty of little additions to make. Some nice little park area. I like this little thing a lot, especially this little flower section. These little park benches and fountains and all that good stuff. So we'll have plenty of that stuff coming along with this new park area. And then, of course, all the dorms, all the little campus town stuff like the little shopping centers, all that good stuff. And we'll figure that out next episode. So hope you enjoyed. And as always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.